So there's a Latina that's come out of Texas that wanted to get into why a lot of Latinos did not vote for Jasmine Crockett, even though she has been pro-immigration. She has pandered to immigrants. She really has. She's not pandered to FBA. And I want you to hear what this woman has to say, even though she's been doing all her pandering all this time. And I want you black politicians to pay attention to this too. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Oh no. What do you mean? Jasmine not going to Congress for Texas? Oh, Crockett, a girl can only dream. Listen, Jasmine, what was that one quote that you said? Let me think. Oh yeah, we done picking cotton. You can't pay us enough to go find a plantation. Yeah, you remember that.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I remember that. How could I forget? See, 6.5 million Hispanic voters in Texas, which is like the majority of the electoral vote here in the state. And you mean to tell me that you think that we're still picking cotton? Hell no, girl. Hell no, that's why you lost. You're racist. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. If you would have pitched that in 2002, 2001, you probably could have gotten like a good drift. However, that was people in the past. Those kids that I grew up with that were chasing a field every summer,
So you actually heard what this Latina has to say. So she's saying that basically.
Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. My name is John, and this is my unfiltered commentaries. So, guys, if it's your first time to come across the channel, please consider to subscribe. And for my returning subscribers and viewers, I really appreciate for the support that you are giving to this channel. So, I have a video here, or several videos, in which the Black Americans are sending out a strong message to Latinos. And this comes in after they refuse to show massive support for a black woman aspirant for the Senate for Texas state. And this political atmosphere in Texas is heating up, and the debate is becoming louder by the day. And at the center of the storm is Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, a rising Democratic voice known for her sharp, courtroom-style, fearless speeches and unapologetic advocacy on issues affecting marginalized communities. So, with such an autobiography, it is shocking that the Latinos, who are among the marginalized communities or groups that she has been advocating for, did not show support for her. So, guys, I want us to watch these videos and hear what the Black Americans have to say, and then I will be back with that deeper commentary. And if you wish to support this channel or to support my content creation, you can check out on the description box on how you can buy me coffee. I really appreciate your support. Let's get into these videos.
So there's a Latina that's come out of Texas that wanted to get into why a lot of Latinos did not vote for Jasmine Crockett, even though she has been pro-immigration. She has pandered to immigrants. She really has. She's not pandered to FBA. And I want you to hear what this woman has to say, even though she's been doing all her pandering all this time. And I want you black politicians to pay attention to this too. Let's go ahead and check this out.
Oh no. What do you mean? Jasmine not going to Congress for Texas? Oh, Crockett, a girl can only dream. Listen, Jasmine, what was that one quote that you said? Let me think. Oh yeah, we done picking cotton. You can't pay us enough to go find a plantation. Yeah, you remember that.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I remember that. How could I forget? See, 6.5 million Hispanic voters in Texas, which is like the majority of the electoral vote here in the state. And you mean to tell me that you think that we're still picking cotton? Hell no, girl. Hell no, that's why you lost. You're racist. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. If you would have pitched that in 2002, 2001, you probably could have gotten like a good drift. However, that was people in the past. Those kids that I grew up with that were chasing a field every summer,
So you actually heard what this Latina has to say. So she's saying that basically Jasmine Crockett offended them when she had made that statement inside that church, relegating them to picking cotton, and they didn't like that.
So I want to just make sure that I have this correct, right?
is that Latinos, Hispanics, Latinx in Texas is trying to make it seem like Jasmine Crockett was being derogatory towards them when she mentioned cotton. We're just going to totally bypass the whole fact that literally black people were the ones that were picking cotton in this country, right? Okay. But more than that, like, y'all got so much smoke for a black lady that wasn't even talking bad about y'all. Y'all voted for somebody who specifically said that they hated y'all. Like, y'all voted for Donald Trump, who literally said very derogatory things about you. Said that you were criminals, said that you raped people, said that you needed to be put out of the country. But yet you got more hostility for Jasmine Crockett. So you don't vote for Jasmine because you think she said something negative about you. But the man that's literally been spewing hatred about you for years, y'all make a song about him. Y'all racism is crazy.
They're black people. None of this people of color shit. Black people. We continue to show up and do the work at great cost to us to try to make this nation be what it's supposed to be. And other minorities fail us every time. We got beef and broccoli at home. We can make fried rice ourselves. I don't know no black grandma that ever made tacos, so there's that. This constant need for folk to be white adjacent, and don't come for me in the comments because I'm married to a white man. Try me if you want to. I'm the most pro-black bitch you ever met in your life. It's exhausting. It truly is. So don't be fooled by, like some motherfucker said, they thought Tallarico was Hispanic. That's clearly an Italian name. He's white. Anyway, it's whatever we can do to not have a black woman be in any meaningful, powerful. Black people, y'all did the work. We see it in the polls. Y'all did it. I'm proud of y'all. But you know what? It's time for us to do the following. All right, y'all got that. Love you.
This morning, I cried into my husband's arms because I fully believed that people don't love black women. They never would. They never will. And even as far as like doctors, nurses, it's scary to be a black woman. It's scary to be a smart black woman, you know, in Texas. I woke up scared. I cried hard. And then I sat down with my feelings. And then I sent a message to the people who are still in my Discord, just telling them to, you know, don't feel hopeless. We did our part. We told people to get out there. We told people to vote. We told people to please trust someone other than what we've been trying. You know what I mean? I told them to, you know, feel your feelings, but don't forget to get back up and keep moving, okay? I told them that there's beauty out there. I've seen it. I've experienced it. I've even sent beauty out there. You know what I mean? Beauty is out there. Not everyone hates you. I promise you, not everybody hates you, even though it feels like it. No one hates you, okay?
Well, it looks like Jasmine Crockett lost down there. She was running for the U.S. Senate. She lost to James Rico down there in Texas. And, you know, she's saying that she's getting a lawsuit. She's blaming it on the W man and W supremacy. And she's saying that the Republicans, because they were gerrymandering, basically, just there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. And when people went to vote, they didn't really know where to go vote. There was confusion. You had a woman who worked as a poll monitor for the Texas Civil Rights Project in Williams County. She said people were going into places to polls to vote, and they were being turned away, right? So basically, the Democrats are saying that this was sabotage. Now, this was for the Democrat, and this was during the Democratic primary to see who was going to run, and he blew her out, right? And she was on there crying, you know, she's upset. You know, she didn't want to concede, but she finally conceded, but she's on there talking like this now.
Now, guys, across the social media platforms, political talk shows and wave of secession has begun emerging from some Black American political activists who said that they expected broader minority coalition support behind Crockett. And instead, guys, the analysts and these creators are saying that Latino voters in parts of Texas may not be lining up behind her candidacy in large numbers. And for decades, Democrats have often spoken out the power of a multiracial coalition, a political alliance between Black, Latino, Asian, and progressive white voters. But moments like this reveal just how complicated that coalition is. Some black political commentators argued that Crockett represents the kind of leadership they want to see elevated, bold, direct, and deeply rooted in civil rights advocacy. They say, guys, if the minority communities want greater representation in power, they should stand together when candidates from these communities step forward. But others say the situation is far more complex. Political analyst and the Black American creator says that Latino voters are not a monolithic group in Texas alone. Mexican American, Cuban American, and other Latino communities often have very different political priorities, from border policy to economic concern to local issues affecting their neighborhoods. And for many voters, analysts say that their decisions come down less to identity and more to policy propositions, party strategy, and regional concern. And still, the debate unfolding online has been intense. And on some platforms, passionate voices argue that minority political unity should be stronger in a state where demographic shifts are rapidly changing the political map. And others saying that every community ultimately chooses candidates based on its own priorities, not simply shared identity. And that tension reflects a larger national conversation. As America becomes more diverse, political coalitions are becoming more complicated, and assumptions about how different communities will vote are being challenged. And for Jasmine Crockett, the movement highlights both the opportunity and the challenge of modern politics in Texas. And winning statewide support in Texas requires building bridges across multiple communities, cultures, and political priorities. And in a state as large and politically unpredictable as Texas, no candidate can take any voter bloc for granted. And one thing is certain, as political conversations grow louder, the next election cycle approaches, the debate over coalitions politics represent and voter priorities is only getting started. And Texas may once again become the stage where the future of American politics in alliances is tested. And we have seen, guys, that how the Latinos are frustrated, what was expected. And a lot of Black American creators, they are saying that Latinos have always voted against their interests. And the case of Jasmine Crockett is yet another way. And this is also a representation that they are going probably to vote the same way in uh, national elections. And so, guys, you can see that the Black Americans, they stood with their own and the policies she stands for. And for doing so, the Latinos have some of the Latinos have come out to term the Black Americans as being racist in their voting. But what they do not know is that the Black Americans are always critical to think and vote in a way that meets the interest of the majority of the minority races. And so, guys, do let me know what you think about this whole issue. And do you feel like the Latinos have disappointed the Black American community, even as they have been for some past months, been advocating for the Black American community to support them in ICE protest? And do let me know what you think about that in the comment section, and whether you think there'll ever be a unity between the Latinos and the Black American communities when it comes to voting for policies and for representatives. So, guys, thank you for watching up to this far. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in my next episode.